Okay, so we're going to start with Nehemiah chapter 10, and then we're going to do Ezra chapter 10. So now, I just need to let you guys know that Ezra chapter 10 is done today, because that's the last chapter of Ezra. It stops at 10. So today will be the last day. We'll be completing Ezra 10. And then I think we have 3 more weeks of Nehemiah. Let me just tell you guys my resource again. I have to write it down so that I don't forget, just in case, I don't want to get copyrighted. So my 2 resources are the book Nehemiah Arise by Pastor Gregory Toussaint, and then the Through the Word app on the phone, on the Bible. It's a Bible app. So yeah. Okay, so we can begin with chapter 10 in Nehemiah. So this one's called A Solemn Promise to God. So, recap from last chapter, that the exiles they came back. The Ezra's, and then they gathered into the city of Jerusalem. The wall was rebuilt, and now God was working on them rebuilding the people. And so now the Bible itself is like the law of the Lord they were reading. Remember, they were confessing for 3 hours, and they were reading this word daily. And as day by day they heard the word of God, they were moved with conviction to follow it. And so they were broken over the failure to keep the laws of God. And so they were overjoyed by the grace of God, welcoming them back with open arms. And so after spending 3 hours confessing their sins and their ancestors' sins, now they're committed to make a fresh commitment. Okay, so they made their fresh commitment or whatever, and they were determined to get it right this time. I don't know about you guys, but I've made promises after promises every time that I'm going to get it right, and I kept failing. That's when I knew I needed deliverance. Because it's like you keep stumbling over the same thing. And I had to do that prayer to God, and I'm like, God, I'm tired of falling here. Like, let me fall somewhere else, but I'm tired of falling here. Like, here is annoying, and so I need to help me to get it right. And that is an example of why we do need Jesus, because we cannot do it in our own strength. We can't. And you know how discouraging that was? Because I was like, God, I'm sorry again. But I know I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the same thing because I can't do it. I'm trying, God, and I've tried so hard, and I've tried, and I keep failing, and I need your help in this area. I know you see that. So please help me. And I just had to keep crying out to God. And for me, it was over time. It wasn't right away. It was something that took some time. So that doesn't have to be your story, though. But just in case it is, we can relate. Or I can relate. So have you ever been so moved by like a message or an event and that